Hey, good evening. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 1000, part 2, evening edition. Kind of weird to say good evening. Good evening. I don't have coffee this evening. Little Spotted Cow hit up the liquor store. I went to the big liquor store with all the fancy and non-fancy stuff, with your grandpa's Schlitz and hams and PB Army ASAP. So what's up? I also I made a run to Walmart earlier today. I did need envelopes, so it wasn't just to get cards, but I did want to get some cards. So I bought 4 blaster boxes. 0 baseball. I did not buy a single baseball blaster box. I bought 4. Who told me to buy hockey? I guess the NHL is on tonight. For only the second time in my entire life, I bought hockey cards. The only other time I have bought packs of hockey cards was during COVID, when there was nothing else on the shelf. So I saw this. Somebody said get some metal. I like Skybox metal, Fleer metal, Universe. So hockey, we got it. Hey, speaking of metal, this is actually something I was looking forward to opening. I bought 2 of these AEW Metal Universe. So I bought 2 of those. And then it's football season, so we got to get some football. Donruss Elite. No Mosaic. I think is Mosaic out. There was no Mosaic on the shelves. There was just Score, Prism Draft, I think, and I think maybe one other. And then Donruss Elite. So I picked up. I've opened some Score. I haven't opened any Donruss Elite. So those are the 4 blasters I got. So we'll rip those open tonight. The link is in the chat. I see I've got some people waiting in the green room. So we will we'll get those on screen here shortly. Link again is in the chat. Here it is. Just scroll up in the chat. Link to call in. Click in. Call in. That's so old-fashioned of me. Call in. Hall of Fame card collector. He's in the green room. We're going to welcome him on here shortly. He wants to know, how do we call in? Link is in the chat. There you go. Good morning, George. Okay, I got to get this right. It is good morning. It is good morning for George. It's evening for us, morning for George, morning for Dan. What's up, Dan? He's in between classes. No, he does have classes. So he's going to try to check in between classes. Shane's also with us in the green room, so we're going to welcome him and Hall of Fame card collector here shortly. He says it's cutting it close for dinner. I just finished up dinner. Took the trash out. Don't forget, tomorrow's Wednesday. Take your trash out if it's a Wednesday trash day. I've got my trash bin at the curb. I had me some, my wife went to Trader Joe's today and got some, oh man, one of my guilty pleasures. The not Cheetos. Yeah, I guess they are Cheetos, but like the crunchy Cheetos. But they're Trader Joe brand. They're not like whatever. I saw those in the pantry as I was preparing my dinner. My wife made mac and cheese. I did, what did I have? I had sweet and sour chicken from Healthy Choice. So me being healthy, eating frozen food. And half a bag of Cheetos. I'm like, oh, as soon as I saw that, she got 2 bags. Probably one for each of us. And I'm like, oh, those are not going to last. Those are not going to last. And I'm just like chowing down. Freaking Cheetos, man. It's a guilty pleasure. I don't buy them because I eat them. Dan, come back and see us when you have no class. Merle's in the house. What's up, Merle? We've got David here. Happy 1000. Thank you very much. Bronco, what's up? Thank you, sir. I wasn't expecting to be able to tune in, but it worked out. That also seems like the Hobby Evolution lifespan successful, but not anticipated. That's exactly how we roll. Carlo does vintage. Congrats. Thank you. Thanks for bringing us the positivity. You betcha. Steve Ains comedy. Congrats. Thank you, sir. Donald's back with us. He's burning both ends of the candle, morning and evening. Harlan's in the house. What's up? Shane's here. Happy. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Tip of the Mid Collectibles. What's up? Good evening. How many times have I said good morning so far? Hello, Collector's Dreams in the house. Shane says he bought a metal blaster. Very nice. I got mine. I got my hockey. Where's Low Roller Scratcher? I got my hockey cards. Philly Joe, what's up? Some beer instead of coffee. Episode 1000. Little spotted cow tonight. About to grab some decaf. There you go. ASB Sports Cards, what's up? Good evening. JW said he made part 2. Congratulations. Thank you for coming back with us this evening. Talking Tatis is back with us. He's burning both ends. Picked up 2 blasters of 2022 Bowman Platinum on sale. $17 each. They, one of the Walmarts that I went to used to have just a ton of last year's stuff on clearance. None. I don't know if they took it all back or if people bought it, but I haven't been to that Walmart to look at cards for quite a while. So I'm not sure what the case is. And I haven't been over there to look at cards in a couple of weeks. So I don't know what the situation is on that. Maybe they're just trying to clear space for new product. Talking Tati says, Mark Marinello, your cards are on the way. Very cool. Mark won some cards this morning on the morning edition. Chad in real life, what's up? Thank you very much. Brian Wolf wants to know where we at. Dave Arnold, what's happening? Dave wants to call it. So Dave and I've actually shared this story probably multiple times in the 1,000 episodes of Hobby Evolution. I kind of I've dabbled back in cards throughout the years. But I kind of from where I am today, the genesis of returning to the hobby was in 2012 with my buddy Dave Arnold. And we went halvesies on a collection that was at a local Good Hope, Illinois, local antique mall. So Dave texted me earlier. So hopefully, Dave, you can call in. Link is in the chat. Let me see if I can post it. There's the link again if you missed it earlier. Link is in the chat for calling in. We're going to get these guys waiting in the green room so patiently. So hopefully, Dave, you can call in and share your side, because I've shared my side. I want to hear your side, and it's the same story, but I'd like to hear Dave tell it. Shane says, remind me tomorrow morning about trash, please. I'm busy here and we'll soon forget. Love it. Victor, thank you very much. Having dinner. It's opening night for the Blackhawks. Hey, I'd turn it on, but YouTube doesn't like me having TV on in the background. We're not going to go through that again. T206 kid, what's up? Good evening. Card Safari's here. Congrats. Thank you. Looking forward to the announcement that the next 1K will be at this brand new time, 7 p.m. Central every night. Now that's 7 a.m. Central every morning is a lot to ask for, but it's easy for me. I'm a morning guy, so it's easy. Well, 7:15 is easy. 7 p.m. There's so much. Tomorrow night, it's grandma's birthday, my wife's grandma's birthday. So we're going out to dinner tomorrow night. Friday is my wife's birthday. So we're going out to dinner Friday night. Saturday, there will be a Saturday morning show, but there won't be a Sunday show. I've been so wrapped up in this 1000th episode. I forget, I'll be out of town this weekend. So there won't be a Sunday Hobby Evolution. So 7 p.m. would be a little tricky. Christian, good morning. There, I did it again. Good evening. Good evening. Max is with us. I see Max fidgeting with his camera in the green room. We'll get to you. Hall of Fame card collector, thank you for your patience. Shane, thank you for your patience. Max, thank you for your patience. We'll get to you. I was at work earlier, or I would have called in this morning. Awesome. Paul Carl is here. He missed earlier, so he is jumping on part number 2. He's building up some bulk boxes. Hey, I'm sorry I keep delaying you in the green room, but I do want to share. I've been trying to organize my Cub, starting to get my Cubs organized, and it's been really now that October hits and the weather's changing, baseball's over, and I kind of been crabby the last couple of weeks. And I've just been so inundated with my tax stuff. I'm still compiling all that because I'm not very organized. Here I am talking about my disorganization, my Cubs cards. So it's been fun. In fact, the last hour and a half or so, I grabbed some boxes and I've been pulling, stars aside. My Ernie Banks, I'm still logging. I got into the top 10. I found some more earlier today. I'm just going through boxes, pulling Ernie Banks, pulling. Now earlier tonight, I was pulling Chris Bryant's and Rizzo's and all the stars. So that's what I was doing right before the show. So, okay, we're just about there. Shane's finishing up his dinner. Raphael, what's up? Back for more. Collector's Dream says, thank you for the best live stream on YouTube. Try to listen every morning. Appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. So without further ado, let's get to the green room. Hall of Fame card collector, what is happening? I think you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Not much. Just I just finished listing some cards to my eBay store, so
very cool. Very cool. He's a regular, and your name's Mikey, right? Mike?
Yeah, Mikey. And I just graduated college. Actually, my diploma's right there.
Very cool. Indiana State, right?
Yep.
Go Sycamores.
The land of Larry Bird. So Lake Lick, I think. Slick Lake, something like that. So yeah.
Very cool. You got some sweet stuff in the background.
Yeah, so this is my Jeter autograph. Ooh. That's Bill Russell right there. Then this is George Irving. That's Kareem. And then this is Jeff Gordon's last race suit from when he won the Brickyard 400.
No way.
It's actually my dad's, but he let me have it in my room. He won in a giveaway because he works for Kroger's, and so they were doing a giveaway for it, and he got to meet Jeff Gordon and get it from him. So
holy crap, that's sweet.
And then this other corner is my Colts wall. I have my Manning jersey and Archie Manning autograph photo, Jeff Saturday. So yeah, that's what my room looks like.
That's a really damn impressive collection. When I was your age, I had a bunch of Busch Light on my wall. I didn't have any autographs on my wall. I just had like Busch Light boxes on my wall. That's pretty cool.
I have a Julius Irving that framing right now that I got from Fanatics. So yeah,
that's freaking.
I love autographs.
Yeah, that's a sweet collection.
Thank you.
All right, Shane, is Shane still eating? What's going on?
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, not much. How's everyone doing?
Trouble in the room.
Yeah, that's Evan behind me.
Yeah, now I met Evan, right?
Yeah, yep.
He came to the Madison Card Show.
Yeah, yep, he sure
Very
did.
Cool.
And not to one-up Hall of Fame card collector as well is pretty cool, but I mean, I have a pretty sick Broncos flag with wrinkles in it, so.
I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles poster better than the Broncos flag.
Yeah, me too.
That has never been hung up until I moved in here, and I bought that when Blockbuster was open.
Wow.
It's pretty old.
We used to have a Blockbuster in my town, and now it's an AT&T store.
Yep. All right, we got Max. What's up? I see a Cubs. I see some Cubs in the background. What's up, man? You're muted. Unmute, mute. All right. Well, Max is getting that figured out. George is back. What's up, George? Good morning.
Chopping up like some stuff here for class. Drinking coffee this morning.
Oh, what's in that coffee?
Nothing. I'm keeping it professional today. You know, okay. I'm not drinking on the job. Okay. Yeah, just water and coffee. That's it.
Okay. All right. There's just beer in my spotted cow.
Well, I would like to have a beer right now.
Well, you just had some.
I know.
Roles are reversed.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
Bronco is listing and shipping and listing. Love it.
I'm hard at work right now, cutting out picture cards, awesome. like a true elementary student.
So I've got somebody in the green room. My buddy Dave Arnold from Macomb, Illinois.
Can you hear me
What's
now?
going on?
There you go, Matt.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome. Okay.
Hey,
good.
Hey, my life.
Did you pay the power bill this month? It's pretty dark back there.
Unlike the water bill. Remember the water bill?
They'll shut your water off if you don't pay that bill. Man, they don't fool around with that. Dave and I both had our water shut off at the same time. Because we forgot to pay the bill. They don't give you a warning. They give you 5 days to pay, and then after that they shut it off. You have to go to City Hall and be like, "Hey, can you turn my water back on?" So what are you doing? What are you doing back there? Look at Dave's ball wall. That's pretty cool. Your ball wall has grown quite a bit since the last time I was over there, which was like 10 years ago. I don't think Dave can hear me. Max, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
but I'm getting all kinds of feedback, so I don't know if I've got a couple tabs open or what.
Max, what's up?
Not too much, buddy. How are you?
Doing well.
Starting to get cold here. I'm sure you're not liking that too much.
I'm not digging it. We had some work done in the garage, and it's very stinky, like chemical, like paint thinner crap. So I had my door open. I like the crisp fall smell, like the heart. When
it's a crisp fall smell, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But the cold doesn't. The cold kind of sucks, especially with my door being open. It's nice for a little while, but then it gets cold. I don't like that.
Yeah, you got to have some sort of ventilation.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the cold and not the summer and heat.
Oh, man, not me.
Hey, it's hoodie and shorts weather,
I do like hoodie. I do like hoodie weather. I do like the hoodie weather.
I mean, I'm wearing the same hoodie that I wore last night, so to work today.
Hey, I'm still wearing the same jeans.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, I had just finished exercising last night. I took a shower, and this is what I put on after taking a shower. So it's still clean. It's only like 12 hours later. I wore it for like 2 hours on the stream, and then I came to work the next morning.
Peeps has a question about where's my that's the wrong one. How many legends? There's at least two, because I've got two. There's at least two Ernie Banks Legends SPs in the top sets.
I was wondering if it was tops. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. It's like so the Legends SPs are where it's like the short print, like say number 300, and 300 is Chris Bryant, but it's
a modern player
is a modern yeah. So I think there's at least two, but I know there's more. I think there might be 4 or 5 because they've been doing them for quite a while. They've been doing those for.
I would almost assume Ernie's got one at least every other year.
It seems like it. There's a bunch. Because Ernie's in like every set now, like as a legend. Yeah. Like Allen and Ginter, he's got like a Ginter card in almost every set.
Allen and Ginter, one of my favorite sets ever.
Yeah, love it.
I'm not one of those people.
This is the worst Brady Bunker run ever.
I'm not one of those
binders
people who
up there, mini sets.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ginter minis?
Yeah,
I don't get disappointed.
5 years are behind me.
Oh, sweet.
I don't get disappointed when I pull like a man eating a hot dog or a bale of hay or something like that. I think it's kind of cool. So.
Oh, yeah.
I love when people get angry about that.
They're like, I bought baseball cards. Why do I have a damn bale of hay?
People get angry
because you can't read.
I know. Exactly.
Out of my box of 2023 Ginter this year, I pulled a mini Bo Bichette 1-to-1 black plate, and I was so excited because, I mean, it's a 1-to-1, and I didn't realize that it was like out of like 2,600 packs.
Yeah.
When I looked up on the Topps website. So, yeah.
Well, I think I told you guys how like I pulled my friend's card out of Allen and Ginter, right? So the
the one guy, yeah,
baseball Brit. I'm friends with him here. I pulled his autograph to 25 out of one of my Allen and Ginter boxes one day.
That's pretty sweet.
So, and it was funny. I just messaged him. I'm like, "Yo, Joey," I'm like, "Look at what I just got in my box of cards. This was a loser." so so that's kind of funny that it's like I pull like a guy that I know, and we actually met. The way we met was so last night. Talking Tatis was asking me about the baseball game, the MLB game. So me and Joey actually met in the basement of that stadium at a pizzeria, like eating pizza and drinking beer. That's how we met over here one day, and been friends since then. So,
Dave's back. Are you with us?
I'm getting crazy feedback. I'm hearing everybody like 2 or 3 times.
Do you have one of your do you have the YouTube link open? Maybe you have both screens open, both tabs open. Are you on your phone or what?
The AirPods bothered me when
I just have one YouTube link open. I closed all my browsers and then opened up
the
Google Chrome.
Okay, yeah, it probably is something else open though. Like I would guess.
I'll shut down and start over.
Yeah, because I do know that when you, like, for example, when I just came on, I clicked the link from YouTube, and YouTube stayed open, and StreamYard opened up, so I'm hearing twice when I was doing that. I mean, so it's probably just that YouTube was still open, maybe. Because it opens a new tab for StreamYard. So
gotcha. Dave, I did not go to the post office today. There was a bunch of people in the parking lot, so I was not there today. So hopefully I get there before. My problem lately is I've been going to the post office like at the end of the day, like 4:30. So our post office is like a small parking lot. So I just end up dumping all my stuff in the blue boxes that they have right across the street. So at a big tote from the weekend, which is good. Like the big totes.
Speaking of post office, I'm gonna need to get your actual like home address to send you those 55s that I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Because the thing is, like here now, in the past when I used to mail you stuff, I could mail it to your PO box. But like now they only do like express mail, like EMS, like registered mail. So you can't send it to PO boxes. You have to send it to a physical address. So I have to get that.
Yeah, that's kind of how like UPS, FedEx.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to do that so I can send you that and your phone number also, because they ask for your phone number as well.
Oh, interesting.
Don't worry, I won't declare it as anything like super expensive, so you won't have to pay customs fees. Don't worry.
I'm gonna rip some wax.
My wax is coming tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Hall of Fame.
I was just saying my wax is coming tomorrow.
What'd you get?
I ordered my Bowman Chrome football boxes from Blowout, and I did overnight shipping. Well, they didn't arrive in time, so I get them tomorrow.
I'm like kicking myself that I didn't order any.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I've been searching YouTube to try to find the boxes of people opening them, and I've only found one video so far. So I'm hoping that I will pull a Cedar Sanders out of there, because I love Deion Sanders. He's one of my favorite athletes, so I kind of want his autograph. And also, I'm a huge Colts fan, so I'm hoping I can get a Marvin Harrison Jr. So yeah, and also I'm conflicted because I want the Colts to lose so we get Marvin Harrison, but also I want them to make the playoffs. So that's like a very struggle.
He's going to go to Chicago.
Yeah, that's my fear.
I don't know what this is. It's not numbered.
Looks
Must
nice.
be some retail. Yeah. Pretty cool, Joe Burrow. And then right behind Joe Burrow. I'm also in the boat of wanting the Bears to lose, wanting my team to lose to get a top pick. Be nice to get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Did you guys see the new new Topps wording about the relics or something? They're starting to put relics in packs that are worded like off the shelf memorabilia or some kind of shit like that. I don't know.
It's a new term. I did see something on that.
It's like official off the rack.
Right. Uncle Rich.
So Fanatics went back to the storeroom and chopped up a few jerseys and it's like, yeah, let's put these in cards.
Once a player changes teams, they'll just cut up the jersey backstock.
Exactly. We knew that it was going to happen.
Right.
Hey there, round two. I won't be on long, but I wanted to congratulate Bo on 1,000.
Thank you.
Remember, the average podcast goes 8 episodes. He's kind of 125x that, so that's very nice.
It's a good return.
And he posted, for some of us, episode 1 today, and to see the difference between episode 1 and episode 1,000 is amazing.
I didn't see a whole lot of difference, Rich.
I've gained a few pounds.
So have I.
We all
because
have
of this.
So
I don't have that. I have this.
So I have some fortune messages and I have some proverbs.
Oh.
So who wants a fortune message and who wants a proverb? Uncle Rich, what do you want? A proverb or a fortune message?
I'm gonna deflect and just say I'm happy with anything. However,
well,
I was going to college in New York. One of my favorite treats. Every once in a while, I would take the train and go to Chinatown and find a random bakery.
Yeah.
And they would sell broken fortune cookies.
Oh, they're great.
They are great. I mean, that's, instead of trying to open up to get the fortune, you get the best part of it.
Well, I'm gonna give you a fortune then, Uncle Rich.
Okay.
Let's see, right here. It says, "Lend your money and lose your friend."
That's very good.
That's what that one says. So, Bo, what do you want? Fortune or proverb?
Give me a fortune.
A fortune. Okay. I'll give you a different colored fortune.
Okay.
You will always be surrounded by true friends, it says.
Hey! How about that? Look at this.
Good one.
Just don't give them any money.
Yeah, right?
All right. So, Hall of Fame, do you want a fortune or a proverb?
Fortune.
Fortune. Okay, we're going to go with the green one again. It says, treasure what you have. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, and you've got a lot of treasure back.
See, these are true all right here. Shane, what have you got?
Oh, let's try a proverb.
Oh, a proverb. First proverb. Ignorance is bliss. MD, what you got over here?
I'll do a proverb as well.
A proverb. Okay.
I'm hearing everything like 3 times.
Bad news travels fast, it says.
If you're hearing everything 3 times, turn off your YouTube if you have it on. So otherwise you will hear everything twice.
Let me do myself a fortune now. Let's see. I'm going to do a brown fortune. Integrity is the essence of everything successful, it says.
I know somebody's giving me some instructions, but I'm hearing like everybody all at once.
I'll text you. Dave, I'll text you.
Yeah, text me.
Okay, I'm going to hop off in a couple minutes, but I just wanted to do the plug and we got some more responses this morning for the gift exchange for the holiday party. Once Bo sets his date, I will set up a schedule and coordinate who gets whom as a thing. I will not participate except to be the emergency sender because people do tend to in a group, we may have one person screw up, so I'd rather be the emergency sender. And we have a decent amount already signed in, but I just wanted, plug it a little and just remind that we had a great time last year. And if Bo wants to drop the link for the holiday party, it was George. You were there for the holiday party, weren't you?
Yeah. I was there. I hung out. I didn't do any exchanges just because of logistically from Korea. Right. It's not a.
But we had a good time. But we had a good time, didn't we?
Exactly. Yeah, it was fun.
So Bo can drop the link. We'll talk some more on it's in the Facebook group. You can reach out to me if you so desire. And everybody was very happy last year. Mm-hmm. And I will leave it at that. Again, congratulations on 1,000. It's an honor to be able to say you've made 1,000. There aren't that many podcasts that make 1,000.
Thank you.
And let me drop out, and I will go back to my. Oh, by the way, one thing I did this when I got home. Did you take out the garbage or the recyclables tonight?
I sure did. It's right before I came down here after dinner, and before I came down here, the garbage is at the curb.
I took the garbage out when I got home. So I just want to make sure you and I are on the same garbage recycling thing. And
we sure are.
I have a question about the gift exchange. Would there be like a price limit on how much you can?
Usually like $25.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to go over, if you get Bo and you want to give him $1,000 worth of cards, I don't think he'd object. I certainly wouldn't object.
If you want to give him that, who are you looking for? Is it like who's your person you're looking for? Your Allen and Ginter from which one are you? Your Holy Grail card? I forget what it was.
Oh, my
yeah,
Holy Grail is my.
Mine's Cap Anson.
Yeah, that's what it was. Cap Anson.
I mean, if you want to
Allen and Ginter,
the
right?
Allen and Ginter Cap Anson card, I'm not going to stop you. But I think last year we did about a $25 limit. But if you're generous and want to send more, I had Bo last year and I sent him a whole bunch of Javi Baez cards
and some Yadi Molina
and a Yadi Molina jersey card. Because you've got to honor the greatest catcher of the 21st century.
Exactly. Right? The thing is, I'm a Yachty collector, so you know.
If I had well, there you go. If you still have the card, send it to George. But it seriously about $25 tends to be. But I will never tell somebody they can't go over. I know when Triple Cards does their Secret Santa, they did it last year, and they're planning this year, and it's like 6 stores involved now. They had 3 different levels for Secret Santa. They had 50, 100, and 200. And you could pick which level you wanted to give and receive in. And they did say if you want to go over, if you knew the person and you want to go over whatever it is, we're not going to object. And they sell a lot of wax. We all got to bust a lot of fun stuff. I had somebody who'd given me a couple donations, so I gave him about $70 for his $50 of boxes. He opened the box with his son on Christmas Day and got the case hit from Heritage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Just do but 25 should be about the limit, but I'm not, again, if you go over, that's great. And if you go under, and I know we have a Mark Burley collector in our group. And I think he was posting about some card that was $15. And if you buy that card and ship it to him, I don't think he'd object if that was the only card he got. Does that sound reasonable to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Have you got anything good yet, Bo, before I hop off?
This is probably the best. Jalen Hurts, Spellbound. Right after that, I got a serial numbered Aaron Donald out of 625.
Ooh, very nice.
Serial numbered out of a blaster. Not bad. Just some base cards. Thank you, Uncle Rich. Should I get this hockey out of the way?
Have you already dropped it in the Fujitsu to list it on eBay? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just open the pack and don't even look at it. Just open the pack and drop it right in, scan it, and list it.
That's why it was
because
so
it's
quiet for a
literally-
while.
This is my listing computer, so it's literally I'm touching it right now.
You could do that. Like seriously, just have you ever thought about blind listing packs of cards? Just open the pack, drop it in the scanner, and see what
I
happens.
have not thought of that. No,
Just do it. Just do it.
and I
Try
don't
it
think I
once.
wanted to do that. I don't think
Just
I
scan a whole pack sealed and see if it will scan inside.
Blind listing.
So I will
Yeah,
say, I mean, these are pretty cool.
So I'll ask you, have you scanned for example, have you scanned things like the 50s cards through it before? Like the long cards is what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
Have you
yeah, and
yeah.
actually like 50s and 60s and 70s. I mean, scan really good.
Yeah, I mean,
And the AI is great. Like
Right.
the Pro catches what all of those are because there's no variations or parallels or anything.
well, you'll have a lot of 55 Bowman fodder once I send it to you. But what I was going to say about that, they're in card savers.
I like card savers.
Yeah, I know you.
I've converted.
I know you do. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to scan them, you're going to have to take them out of the card savers.
Dan, I don't know. 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. Well, it's 7:30 p.m. here now.
30
Yeah,
minutes.
Yeah, so I've been on for 30. We've been on 37 minutes.
Yeah.
East Coast Tom, what's up? Any Capitals? My first pack. Let's see. I got Toronto Maple Leafs, Florida. Who's Florida? Panthers, Winnipeg. I didn't know Winnipeg had a team again. The Jets, the Winnipeg Jets. Did they ever go away? See, I don't know hockey.
They did.
Colorado, the Kings, the Sharks, and the Kings.
I've been an Orioles fan. One of the memorabilia pieces that I want is a Wayne Gretzky autograph picture, but they're like $2,000, so I can't do that right now.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who was asking for that Skybox Metal hockey earlier this morning, but I was like, there's no way Bo is buying hockey. And so I went out and I bought a box so I could rip it for him. And then Bo was like, hey, I bought hockey for the second time in my life.
He did that in honor. He did it in honor of Low Roller, though. Where is
that
Mike?
Roller who asked for it?
Where is Mike Smith at? Where are you at, Mike?
Low Roller Scratcher.
Low Roller
playing
Scratcher.
skill games.
He is.
So actually, here's a story.
Yeah.
This guy. So I don't know anything about hockey. This is Phil Kessel. So remember the Movers? How can we forget?
He's from Madison, or he went there.
Yeah. So one of the guys that work, like, just kind of helps my mover guy out. He's just talking about. He's like, yeah, my nephew, he played hockey and blah 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 blah. And like the way he's talking, it's like he's a really good hockey player. And like, I'm like the dumbest person when it comes to knowing what hockey. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, where did he play? He's like, well, he went to UW and he's played like 15 seasons in the NHL. And I'm like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, it's Phil Kessel. And so I looked, I had a hockey box like next to me, and he's actually the guy that put a lot of my shelves together. And so he's putting one of my shelves together, and I'm like, here's a hockey box. First pile I pull out, there's a Phil Kessel. He's like, oh yeah, that's an early card when he played for whoever, because he's played for a bunch of teams. Coyotes for hockey. Who dropped off? George's battery went dead.
George.
So yeah, Phil Kessel, his uncle.
What team are we looking for?
Tom's looking for
Capitals.
Capitals. See, I forget already.
During the pandemic, I basically filled a whole binder full of Series 1 and Series 2 2022 because that was only all was in the store.
Yeah,
and
there's nothing.
I still have it. Like, I don't even know what to do with it. It literally just sits on my shelf over there in the binder. Actually, ironically, in a Colts binder. So, but it's hockey.
I don't think I pulled the Capital card yet. I don't know. I don't even know. So I assume these are last year's cards, or at least rookie class, because Connor Bedard is a rookie. Like he's debuting.
Yeah,
tonight,
Bedard
so
doesn't have cards yet.
Yeah, the
when
newest
does he have
hockey will come
cards? Like when will he be in like series for Upper Deck? Does anyone know?
I think Bedard's going to be Series 2 this year, right?
Oh, is he?
Yes, I heard Series 2 will be his first.
So I will buy. I'll buy hockey just because I'm not a Blackhawks fan, but he's obviously a big chase, and I like Chicago teams, so might as well, right?
Yeah.
Blues.
Yeah, my computer went to sleep because I hadn't touched the mouse, so it like disconnected me and everything. So
I'm still using my school computer for my business and everything.
The thing is, it's like I understand saving energy. I mean, I've got the lights off in the office right now. I don't even have the lights on. I don't need my computer to turn off.
Yeah, metal's cool.
I have this like chandelier in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 3-dimensional and it's super bright. I was gonna live stream this at my desk, but it like you couldn't see me if I did that because all you ever saw was my chandelier.
Right.
Look who it is.
Herman from the cabin in the
What's
woods.
happening?
Been a while.
The cabin in the woods, ain't it, Herman?
Welcome.
Bo, I ain't got but a minute. I got to get back in there to the anniversary activities, but I want to jump on real quick and just tell you congratulations on 1,000. That's a pretty major accomplishment, and I don't always comment in the mornings anymore, but I'm listening in the background, so just keep up the great work.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Happy anniversary.
I appreciate it.
Now go do what you got to do.
Have fun tonight.
Don't make any more grandbabies.
Right. All right. Good to see you.
All right. Thanks, Herman.
Yep.
The coffee is almost empty. That sucks. Like I had this big iced coffee right here. We know Bo's hot takes on iced coffee.
Yep.
He hates it. Exactly.
I don't like iced coffee either, so I'm with Bo.
That's the only way to drink coffee.
Exactly. Bo pulls up to the drive-through window and he's like, "I need a coffee." It's like, do you want hot or ice with that?
Here's a capital. Where's Tom? I got a capital. John Carlson. Oh, 2 capitals. Back-to-back capitals. It's the capital pack. Dylan Strome. He played for the Blackhawks.
So this is Fleer, correct? Oh, there's toes. Shane just pulled a toes.
Toes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bronco brings up Frank. I wonder how Frank's doing.
I was going to say, I wonder how his robot has been doing. That's what I'm more curious about.
Yeah. You betcha. Capitals are yours.
I don't think I got any capitals.
You need to drive.
Oh, I did. I got 2 here. I stopped paying attention to that.
You know what sucks about retail? It's freaking expensive now. It was, I mean, we all know that, but I think the AEW is $40 for a blaster. That's stupid. Like you can't just go and spend $100 on 5 like you use 5. And I know it's like blasters, and I'm kind of contradicting myself in because I've always said that they were at $20 they were low priced. And we've kind of gone beyond that, but it's just such a sudden jump from 20 to 40 in like such a short period of time. It's like crap. Like I bought 4 blasters and I think I spent what I spent because I also bought a thing of envelopes and some file folders. So I probably spent 120, 110 on 4 blasters. And it's like, and what do you get? Like you get shit.
You get a couple green parallels and a couple silvers, and that's it.
I wonder how much those archives lunch boxes are going to be. Those would be pretty cool.
Those look sweet,
especially if they're actually like real lunchbox sizes. Because I will So at work on Thursdays and Fridays, I travel to other schools, so I don't eat lunches there. So I have to take my lunch. I will buy one and take my lunch in it if they're like a reasonable size and price, of course.
Yeah.
I had a question. So I watched a live stream when I got home from work earlier, and I was wondering, why did you move to Korea to teach? Is there like any specific reason or reason?
I mean, yeah, like at the time I was trying to get to China.
Oh.
At the time, because I was
Did you
actually
get lost? Did you take a wrong turn?
No. So I moved to Korea right after the Olympics, right after the Beijing Olympics is when I moved to Korea. And I was dating a girl from China. We met in America. She had moved back to China, and I had gone to China to visit her, and stayed there for like a month, and ended up getting a job offer in China, but it was right after the Olympics, so I couldn't get
my visa. Dan, what's up? Sorry, George.
No. So anyway, so basically I ended up just not making it because I couldn't get a visa at the time. Because what happened was after the Olympics, a lot of people were overstaying their visas, and as people overstayed their visas, they started limiting and restricting like who could get visas and stuff. So I couldn't get a visa, so I ended up coming to Korea, and that's what I ended up doing, was coming here, and been here ever since then. Like 15 years of it now. So
I went to move to England.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that would be cool. So somebody said something about Korea. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of Korea, Dan just dropped.
Yeah.
He just dropped out. So
he was in class.
He was actually in class.
Yeah, because his students were like yelling in the background. Yeah. He was in the classroom.
They were excited.
I'm on a school I'm not. My students are on a school trip, so I'm just chilling in the office, like doing like preparation work. So which is good for me. I need that day. But yeah, so that's how I ended up here. Was trying to get to China, ended up in Korea. We ended up splitting up like a year into me being in Korea. So I never made it to China, and I just stayed in Korea. So that's But yeah.
Bo, did you ever play with these?
Hell yeah. And here's a sad story.
Notice anything wrong with that one?
It's in the box.
Yeah, that's not Skeletor.
No.
and it's in the box.
Those are the repops that I found. Oh. I found them at Walmart like 2 years ago, so I'm just sitting on them for a while.
Nice. Yeah, I was big into He-Man. I was big into G.I. Joe as a kid in the 80s. I had all kinds of cool toys, and I would take them to my cousin's house, and something happened, and I never got my toys back. Like I lost all my He-Man. Because I went out there, like I would go out there and play like one summer, and I think there was some like family issues were going on, and then we just didn't go back. And I lost a lot of toys. I had the He-Man like headphones.
Yeah.
But like all my I lost a bunch of G.I. Joe figures. I lost a bunch of He-Man figures. I lost my my He-Man headphones. I've still got my Teddy Ruxpin. Oh, look at that. Ernie Banks.
Nice.
What grade is that?
That's a 2.5.
Woo! That's 2.5 times better than mine.
I got up.
Ooh, Roberto Clemente.
Nice.
At least you live up to your name.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not just offering collector.
Good
yeah,
stuff.
right? Damn.
That's nice stuff.
Satchel
That's one of my
Paige.
favorite cards ever.
That's a
It
beautiful
is
card.
mine too. It's so beautiful. Just like the image of him.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it really stands out.
Willie. Ooh.
Yeah. Good
I got it
stuff.
at this year's national. So this is actually my first ever national pickup. The guy wanted 800 and I got him down to 650.
Nice.
So yeah. Just a few more.
Oh,
This one
wow.
is
Nice.
my most recent pickup.
Heck yeah.
I'm thinking about getting it re-holdered because it's in the old slab.
Oh, yep, yep.
So, and then that
Wow.
Stuff.
and this.
Wow.
Oh, peachy.
There's
That's
some hockey.
It's hockey.
Yeah.
Better
list
than
out.
my
Yeah.
Skybox metal.
Better list that hockey on eBay right now.
Yeah.
And then go play a skill game when you're done.
I just thought I'd show some cards.
I gotta check the chat. Where we at? I gotta check the chat.
Where we at? Hobby News Dailies with us. Ziggy, what's going on?
I'm looking. I don't know.
So Peeps was wanting to know when archives. So Topps Archives, I just looked it up. It releases November 8th.
Okay, November 8th. So
yeah.
a month from now. That's cool. But like I seriously, I'll like if they have like if the hobby shop here that I used to frequent has any of the lunch boxes in stock, I might.
There's the
go
lunch
for
boxes.
those. And I would be hoping for, I don't know, any of them would be cool. I don't know which, because it's only 4, but who would I prefer out of the 4? Maybe
Ruth. I would.
That's
Ruth.
tough. Maybe Clemente. I think I might prefer Clemente maybe out of the 4, just because I like Clemente. I like the Pirates. I like his story. So yeah, maybe Clemente.
So none of those fit my collection. So
yeah,
like they're cool, but like there's no Ernie Banks, so it's just.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna buy all of them.
Well, you don't have to you don't need to take your lunch
a lot.
anywhere. You can just go to your refrigerator. So
that's true.
Like, I do have to take my lunch, so
it would.
I have
save
a bunch
me
of
up the steps.
I have a bunch of the Upper Deck retros somewhere, like the mid to late '90s lunch boxes.
I can just imagine though, because it's supposed to be like 80 cards. I can just imagine it being the size of like a cigarette pack.
Right. Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, well, can't even get half a tuna sandwich in that.
Right.
Just like basically like one of these.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it's gonna be, I believe.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be, even though I'm not gonna, like I'll probably buy one just because it's cool, but I'm not gonna save it. I'll trade it or sell it or whatever. But
right.
If there were a Cub, I'd certainly be all over it. But
yeah, there's 75 cards in here.
Yeah, I think
it's going to be like a mini. Yeah, it'll probably be a mini.
So
you can carry your Altoids to work in it.
Exactly, half a tuna sandwich and a slice of banana.
We're gonna try this again. Dave,
I can see you, but I'm also hearing about a half a tuna sandwich and a slice of banana at the same time. So
what we need to do is we all need to mute ourselves and just let Dave have the floor.
There you go.
Let's do this. So let's mute.
You don't have to say it 3 times. I'm hearing everything 3 times.
Okay. Well, hang on. Dave, tell the story about our collection pickup in Good Hope. You have the floor.
It's going to be crazy because I hear myself talk like a minute after I say something. So, I don't know. It like you said, it was probably about 2012, and you knew I was a collector, and I don't even know how it started. We I know it was a Sunday because I think we were half hungover at the time, and there was this little antique shop thing, like a little consignment shop in Good Hope, Illinois, which is 5 miles north of Macomb. And we decided, I think we were just bored and wanted something to do, so we decided to go up there. And we were just browsing around, looking at whatever, and there was a bunch of cards there in the corner. And I thought, nah, there's nothing here that's anything great. I think there was an '89 Upper Deck set, and then there was a whole bunch of other stuff. And kind of unbeknownst to me, you had went and asked the guy, "Hey, how much do you want for these cards?" And apparently he said $200, and you came to me and said, "Give me $100. We're going to split this. We're going to split this collection." I said, "We are," and you're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "All right, so let's split this collection." We really didn't even know what was there or anything. Like I said, I knew there was an '89 Upper Deck set, and there was a whole bunch of like '90 swell baseball greats wax packs or something. Loaded them up, and we took them over to your house. And we kind of divvied them up, and we had a great time all afternoon. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was the restart to your rejuvenation of baseball cards again.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it certainly was. Now, there's a couple things. I think there was an '89 Upper Deck, but so here's how it all went down. There was a night, I think it was like 95 Topps baseball that you wanted. And I think it was listed for like $25. Like the sticker was $25. And you told the guy, whoever ran the store, he's like, you're like, "I'll give you 20. And he was like, "Nope, I got to have 25 for it."
Right.
And you're like, "Will you do 20? And he's like, "Nope, I got to have 25 for it." And then he said, "I'll sell you everything." And he's like, "I'll sell you everything for 200. And then I'm like, "Let's do it."
Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, "Let's do it." And then so we went back to my place. So we loaded it up. We went back to my place and we had a draft. So I think you wanted the 95 Topps or whatever set that was that you wanted. And then I had the second pick, and then we just kind of went back and forth. And there was like 10 or 12 of those swell baseball greats boxes, which I did pretty well reselling some of those. There was like an envelope that had a Steve Young rookie and a Billy Ripken F-face card. And you're like, "I already have one of those. You can have that." Then yeah, we just kind of, and there was some good stuff. There were some uncut sheets in there. A lot of the there were a ton of packs, but I think it'd been in like a basement because there was a lot of like moisture and.
Yeah, I remember some of those swell packs were kind of wet.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and that kind of got me kickstarted back because that was, I think, 2012. I was working at Western. I was hungover. It was a Sunday.
Yeah, I think we were both hungover. I don't know what we did the night before, but we tied one on somewhere.
Probably Park or Sports Corner, most likely. Did we lose
Corner / Parkside? Yeah, probably so. So yeah, so you all can thank me for getting Bo back into the baseball cards.
Thank you.
I am the guy.
And of course, before that we were setting up down in Springfield with Mr. Fair to Good.
Mr. Fair to Good, yes. Yeah.
And George has 55 Bowman. He loved 55 Bowman, Mr. Fair to Good. He loved 55 Bowman. And he'd tell us every time.
Oh yeah, he did. And he loved like those late 50s, early 60s football cards too. He knew everything about those.
Oh yeah. Paul Carl's in the house. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's happening?
Oh, I'm just here to ask if you guys have heard about our Lord and Savior eBay bulk label printing.
Yes.
I haven't. I have not heard of that.
Well, let me tell you.
DH, what's going on? First time commenter, long time viewer. Thank you. So Paul's like the freaking Excel genius over here doing. How's you're doing lots now? How's that treating you? How's that going?
Dude, it is insane. Since I started it, like if you calculate my overall sell-through rate, it's over 40% right now. It's nuts. Damn. Yeah. If you do like all your bulk instead of doing singles, like whatever you bulk out, throw it in like a medium flat rate and put it for like $30. You net like 10, but that stuff flies. Like, I can't keep it in stock.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Where are we at? James in the house. What's going on? He said, congrats. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. Tip of the mitt. Sipping some hot decaf, sorting some 94 Upper Deck. I've still got two. I got some AEW. I need another beer. So I'm going to go get a beer.
Fan.
What's up?
I'm a margarita fan.
Margarita, yeah. And Shane, are you drinking wine?
Yeah. So I decided to make a steak. So I was like, well, I'll get a wine to go with it. So I got
there you go.
There we go. A Honig Cabernet.
Okay. You know, I don't know what that means.
Pinky up over here in Osage.
Yeah.
A horny Cabernet. What? A horny Cabaret.
Hey, we're just like a normal morning. I'm gonna step away. You guys talk amongst yourselves. At least you won't be staring at. You'll have something to keep you busy. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back.
Exactly. I'm sitting here like typing like
proverbs and fortunes.
Yeah. Well, no, this is actually like a vocabulary worksheet that I'm typing up. So, like I said, I'm hard at work right now. Yeah, no.
I should be, but I got this going on, and then I got the Blackhawks game going. Got to watch Bedard's first game.
Yeah. I'm currently watching the the Rangers and Orioles game, and it's crazy that the Rangers are beating the Orioles so bad, 6-0.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be competitive.
So what is the time difference for you? Is it like almost 12 hours?
Me? 14 hours. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Somebody's knocking on the door. Wait.
Dropping like flies.
My neighbor's name isn't Frank, but he's fighting with his wife, and his name's John. They've been like bashing their car and yelling and screaming in the front yard.
Oh, that's your place? I thought that was yours. Oh, geez.
Does anyone want to see any cards I didn't show?
Oh, I had a book delivery, so that's what I was textbook workbook delivery. So they were knocking on my office door. So yeah, no, it's 14 hours time difference from Central Time. That is. So
that's the only time there is.
Exactly.
Since you're in Korea, do you watch any StarCraft?
I don't actually well, that's the thing. I'm not a game person. I basically once like everything past the original Nintendo came out, I quit playing games. I played the original Nintendo, the original NES, and then that was it.
That's kind of how I was.
When all the Segas and PlayStations and Super Nintendos and all that started coming out, I quit.
I have my phone sitting on my video game inventory right now. So yeah, it's.
I mean, I do have a PlayStation. Like I have a PlayStation 4, but it's actually what I watch Bo on every night. Like, because it's hooked to my TV. It's my streaming device. Yep. Like I occasionally play a game, but that's it.
I went to play the original PlayStation, and then that was the last thing I did. And then like back in like probably 05 or 06, I had an Xbox, like the original Xbox, and I played it for like a year. And now like ever since 2005, I've just been playing either Nintendo or Sega Genesis.
Right. And computers, I mean, like computer games, I haven't played those since I was playing on my Tandy 1000 back in like 90 or whatever year it was.
Yeah, one of my favorite computer games was NASCAR of all things.
Yeah. No, I used to play the racing game because you just sit there and just move the control, like the little arrows. You just, and you get, space bar was the gas, right? Space bar was the gas, and you just move the.
Yeah. I mean,
I never used brakes.
My buddy had the NASCAR game and Need for Speed, and we would freaking play that. Drink Mountain Dew, eat pizza, and freaking play those two computer games all night long.
Yeah. You didn't need a brake. Like brake was like when you crashed. That's what a brake was.
Yep.
You just hold that space bar down and move the arrows from side to side and up and down. But
I'm not a very big video game player. It gives me migraines. So my form of entertainment is either watching a sports game or watching hobby content. Like I consume a crazy amount of content each day. I even go back and watch old videos of like my favorite YouTubers, and like I also like while I'm listing cards, I just go and listen to a bow live stream, and so I'm probably the one that you get your old views from.
Yeah, love it.
So yeah, it's very calming. It keeps me focused.
There's bodily signals there, thinking I'm hungry.
Yeah, so.
By the way, have you had a taco pizza lately?
I have not had a Casey's pizza. I mean, I've had some breakfast pizzas, but I haven't had a taco pizza in a while.
I saw when you opened up your trading card database the other day, it was advertising pizza on the right-hand corner there. So
yeah, right?
It's those Google targeted ads is what that is.
Yeah, because the only thing I Google is, where I'm going to order my pizza from.
Yeah. I had pizza last night, Costco. Like actually Costco, I'm sure they've got the same ones in America, but the Costco, like Kirkland's brand cheese pizza is actually really nice. Like, and what I mean is like, what I do is I just take the cheese pizza and I just chop up whatever I want on it, vegetables, meats, whatever, and I just throw it on there, and that's that. So not bad at all.
So yeah, Chris, we did talk about I think we talked about the favorite episodes in the first 1,000. The movers, I think, was kind of like the favorite among everybody.
What number was that one? I missed it.
Oh man, I ended up deleting or I unpublished like, the movers part.
Oh, you got rid of your best video.
You had to be their moment. I don't think it would age well like not live. Like it was just you had to be their moment. Chris says the Curly Bill monologue. I forgot about that. Curly Bill's like my great grandfather who had like 27 kids, died in the Civil War or right after the Civil War. And then Brad, the frickin' Blue Jays collector. Fucking Brad. No, Chad. It's Chad, not Brad. Chad. Chad, the frickin' Blue Jays collector. Yeah, go to hell, Brad. Chad. Red Light's going to go check Paul's eBay store out. Bronco says that was a classic. I did. I had to go direct traffic. These are pretty cool. I love these AEW cards. But here's the thing. Like when I'm opening this stuff, I don't know. Like I got 2 blues back to back, but I don't know what that means. Like they're not precious metal gems, which I know is a metal thing. I think they're just like the retail because I got a bunch of them. But these are pretty cool.
Maybe 2 per pack or something, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I wish they'd come back with the EX 2000 or EX 2001 cards.
Those
were awesome.
Those were cool.
Those were super cool.
Yeah, I got some Mark McGuire's from that in the Cardinals collection.
And the Dunkin' Go Nuts.
Dunkin' Go Nuts, yeah.
Oh, man, those were awesome.
Yeah,
For me personally, the greatest part about the Movers video was like we had like months of anticipation of the mover, so them just arriving unnoticed, like unannounced, was just like the best. And then the guy that wasn't moving all the boxes, that was just like, it kind of like symbolized something for me, because I would definitely do that. I would not want to move hundreds of card boxes.
By the way, we're talking cards and stuff, right? My my vocabulary list that I'm like doing right now, it has pit, pacer, crew, trophy. So apparently we're learning about NASCAR in this lesson. I don't know. That's not me. That's from the book. I mean, that's the book lesson. But
So do you teach English in Korea?
I do, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that is what I do.
I just imagine a bunch of Koreans speaking English with your accent.
Yeah, it's
That's awesome.
No, they speak it with a very Korean accent. Actually. So sometimes I'm kind of like, what did you say? I have no clue. So, but yeah, no. They actually prefer my accent a lot of the time because I'm a little bit slower in my speaking than most people they talk to. So that's cool for them. Oh, yeah.
No, that's kind of the same. I work in a casino, like in a steakhouse. So we had a bunch of Korean or Japanese, Asian people that come in, and sometimes they're ordering the food. I'm just, yeah, you're gonna have to. I don't know what you just said.
Right.
You're gonna have to repeat that like 3 times.
Well, one of the big things that I've experienced here is the fact that when they're learning, they're often fed at an early age, like the Korean breakdown, like Korean pronunciation of the word. So they write out the English word in Korean syllables, and the sounds don't always match up. And as a result, that's what they learn, and that's what they use, and it doesn't necessarily sound like the English word. So, I mean, it does and it doesn't. It sounds like it a little bit if you're familiar with it, if you're familiar with Korean, but otherwise it doesn't. So that does happen quite often. So even my students, like I'll say something and they'll say like, oh, how do you say that again? And I'll say it and I will look and they're writing it in Korean, like the sounds in Korean. But like I said, the sounds in Korean don't completely match. Because they don't have all of the sounds that we have, technically. Right. R's and F's and like, I mean, and I say they don't have them. They do have them, but the way they don't have them the same way we have them. It's kind of a different thing, but yeah. So that that happens. But,
this might be like a weird question, but do they use like plurals over there? Because sometimes they say like, oh, it's $18 or 18 cents.
Yeah, so like when it comes to their money or something like that, no. Because their money is like just one, like it just goes up based on like what it is. They don't have like dollars and cents. So I think that is part of the reason why they do, and my students do the same thing. They do say like, oh, $10 or $5 or something like that. And I think it's just because to them, money is, the plural is the number, not the actual word part. So right. I think they don't really, because that's the way theirs is. Like for example, we say $10,000 or whatever. By the way, that's 10,000, but it's not. But anyway, but like this is 10,000 won. Won is the Korean money. So, but they don't say 10,000 wons. They don't put
Right.
wands like we do with dollars and cents. So it's just won. But yeah, so it's kind of like that.
That's $7.47 US dollars.
It is. Yep, exactly.
Just in the translation.
It's absolute butt crack right now. There's one 10,000, there's another 10,000, there's a 5,000, there's a 5,000, there's 1,000. And that's all that's like half a day's work for me. And that's like $8.
Gonna close this tab where I was applying to teach in Korea.
Definitely. If you're looking to make a jump over here, I suggest looking elsewhere. Like, I've been here 15 years, and like, I'm making like the least money that I've ever made in my life right now.
Can you live good off it though?
Because the exchange rate has just gotten worse and worse. What's that?
Do you live good off it in Korea though?
These days, yeah, so. Like these days, it's like it's gotten much more expensive here. Like, actually, this job used to pay slightly above average, like based on like the income, like per capita average or whatever. This job used to pay slightly above. Now it pays about 25 or 30% below, actually. So
wow.
That tells you a big difference in this job between then and now. Like when I started, we were maybe 5% above. Now we're like maybe 20-ish% below the average income in Korea. So
is that all teachers?
Pretty much, yeah. Because most of us, well, like foreign teachers, not Korean teachers. Korean teachers usually make 2 to 4 times more than what we make.
Really?
Actually. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Their salaries a lot of times, especially like for me, being here 15 years, doing this job for 15 years, if I were Korean, I would probably be making near $100,000 a year right now. Something like that.
So is that because there's more supply of Americans that want to teach over there, and there's less supply of Koreans?
No. It's like, so for them, they get raises every year. And in addition to raises, they also get inflationary raises. Sure. So they get normal raises plus inflationary raises. So where their salary just goes up, we get a raise for like our first 4 years or 5 years. And then after that, they stop. We're capped out. We can't make anymore. So I've been making the same salary for, I don't know, like 8-9 years now. Haven't had a raise in 8 or 9 years.
Holy crap.
I mean, the only way I get a raise is when I take on more work, which actually isn't giving me a raise. It just means I'm working.
Yeah, right.
So, that's not a raise. That's just more work. So yeah. But no, like it used to be good. It's not so good now. But I still do it. I mean, I enjoy doing it, so that's part of the reason why I do it. But yeah, like I said, I mean, some of my coworkers that have been doing this the same amount of time I've been doing it though. Yeah, they make 3 times what I make monthly. And the thing is, they don't even realize it. They don't even know it. They actually, a lot of them think that I'm making the same as me. So they're like, why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? I'm like, because I'm freaking broke compared to you. And they're like, no, you can't be. And I'm like, yeah, well, when you're making $7,000 a month and I'm making $1,800 a month, I mean, there's a big difference there.
Wow.
So, yeah. because
Are there
that's
a lot of card collectors.
legitimately, like my salary right now, based on exchange rates, is about $1,800 a month is what I'm making. So less than, like, basically 20 grand a year, roughly. So
Yeah.
Wow.
it's pretty crap, right?
Yeah.
Hence why I don't gamble on buying boxes anymore.
Yeah.
You would think that like Korea would want foreign teachers to teach their students.
Oh, they do, but they like I don't know. They do, but it's one of those funny things where in the past they used to be much more. They used to kind of have the faucet running for money for foreign teachers and stuff, and then some new administrations took over and they cut that faucet off, and it's yeah, and I think Shane maybe said, or somebody said something about like a supply, like a large supply. Actually, we don't even get, like, a lot of times we don't even get enough applications to fill vacancies anymore. Like, used to, we did have like an oversupply of people applying. Now we don't even get enough to fill vacancies.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
and that's how far it's fallen. But now, with that said, there are other countries in Asia and elsewhere that are paying like 2 or 3 times what they're paying here. So, which has been tempting to me to like jump ship, honestly, and go to one of them. Like, I have a friend that like they jumped ship and went to China, like a like 2 years ago. They went from like, yeah, 2 grand a month to 6 grand a month just by going to China. An hour flight, hour and a half flight right over there. So, you know. So yeah, so there are things like that that I definitely consider at times. So.
That's true. What Tony says.
It is true. The thing is, like, I used to be the exact same way. Like, before I moved abroad, I was very narrow-minded in my thinking about like the way stuff worked outside of America. I was just kind of like, everything's sort of. I was like, I knew things were different, but I was like, but everything's kind of the same. But it isn't really. I mean, it is and it isn't. Like there are a lot of similarities here, but ultimately there's a lot of difference as well. Like, for example, like you know how like teachers in America often, like normal American teachers often don't make a lot of money and stuff like that, depending on where they're at. Whereas here, the actual Korean teachers make much more money, you know, than what, say, an American teacher would, based on cost of living and stuff. You know, it's like you take it from where I'm from. I mean, like a teacher may be making 40,000, 50,000 a year, or something like that. Well, here, you know, that teacher may be making 70 or 80,000 a year, and the cost of living is slightly lower than most places in America. If you're outside of, say, Seoul, I mean, if you're in Seoul, it's ridiculous. I mean, but I'm not. I'm like, you can look. Let's see. You can't see anything, but out my window there that you can't see out. There are mountains and shit. Like, I'm just like staring out at the mountains and rice fields. There are rice fields right down below me. So, but yeah.
I can attest to like experiencing and understanding how another country operates. Because last summer I went to England for my honors trip, and I was like culture shocked. But also, it brought another understanding to like my perspective on America and how like we like the stuff that I take for granted. Well, I did before I went overseas, and I really want to travel all over Europe and maybe eventually move for a couple years to like England or Greece, because I think that would be fun, but also like enhance my understanding and everything like that. So Do you guys want to move anywhere? Have you guys went anywhere?
I went to Quebec once, and I studied French like all throughout my normal school, and so I barely can speak English, as you guys could probably tell. So I went to this like bread shop in the morning. I'm like, "Je voudrais le pain, s'il vous plaît," and I like point at the bread I wanted, and the lady just looks at me and she goes, "Just speak English," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
So Philly Joe asked about prices. So I'll pull up one of my local shops right here. Actually, prices can be better on some things here. They can be worse on some things here. I'll let Bo get out the calculator and convert the prices for you. But what do you want to find out? Baseball, Topps Allen and Ginter. Topps Allen and Ginter, 169,000 won, or 1,925,600 for a case. That's Allen and Ginter. So what is that? 169 divided by 1350, blah 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 blah. I don't know, something. I can't do it off the top of my head right now, but maybe $150 or something like that. Or no, about $140 maybe.
Is that for a box?
Yeah, for a hobby box of Allen and Ginter.
So that's about what it is here.
Let's see. Let me see. I'll want to USD. Let's go 100.
Google it. Jordan says, Google it.
We gotta see if there's some arbitrage.
So $126.04. 126.04 is what that is. Bowman Chrome HTA is 550. So 550. That's $410.
So that's more than America. So here those are down to like $300.
Yeah. Topps Cosmic Chrome is $455. $455.
I don't know what those sell for here.
That's $340.
That's about where it is here.
Is it? Okay.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Topps, the 2023 Topps Series 1. So let's get the budget line. That's $88,000. So that's $65. $65 for Topps Series 1. Topps Series 2 is $99,000, which is $73. Yeah. So
seems pretty similar. Everything pretty similar.
2023 Bowman. 2023 Bowman. Okay, that's $355, which is $264.
Yeah,
$264. So 2023 Bowman 264. So that's the thing. It's like it can be more or it can be less sometimes. So for example, sometimes they'll have something that just isn't moving.
I at least want to get cards this weekend.
And as a result, they sometimes deeply discount stuff. So yeah, like for example, a lot of times you can buy Heritage cheap here. So
you can buy it cheap here too.
Yeah. No, but a lot of times you can buy it cheaper than the US. So for example, like say Heritage in the US maybe $50. Yeah. A lot of times you can buy it here for like 40 or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. What is 2023 Heritage? Look that one up.
For a hobby box?
Yeah, hobby box.
69. This is blowout.
Yeah.
$69.95.
So here it's $58.
Okay. Yeah. So a little cheaper.
So Heritage is $58. This is Korea, when it comes to collecting, is a very hit-centered country.
Okay.
So Heritage doesn't provide hits for the most part. So people don't buy it. And so the shops end up having to discount it a lot. Like I bought Heritage Miners a couple of years ago here for like $20 a box.
Wow.
Now, it wasn't necessarily a great product, but I bought it for $20 a box. So, hobby boxes.
Jeez. So DealerNet, DealerNet is supposed to be a little cheaper than what you can get at retail. DealerNet, the cheapest hobby box of Heritage, is $69.
Well, right,
and you can get it on blowout for $70.
Right here, $58.92.
$58 in Korea. So there you go.
Right here. So
I think I got to cut my DealerNet subscription. I haven't bought anything in a while.
Right there.
Their price is kind of.
You do the math on it. It's a $58.92 in Korea for a box of 2023 Heritage. So
yeah,
we got to get some monitors set up. Catch those cheap Korean boxes. Turn all our dollars into wands and switch it over.
Well, it's funny. Brian, I was actually just talking to him on the X this morning, or Twitter, and we were talking about Pokemon cards, and I was talking about how like I can't get Pokemon cards here anymore. They're sold out, like the Korean cards, all the time. I went to the site where I used to buy my Pokemon from. They had 137 different items, releases, whatnot listed. 0 in stock. Not a single one out of 137 listed on their site. And
do they buy English ones in Korea, like English Pokemon cards?
Yeah, but like, I mean, they have their Korean. So, but the thing is, Korean ones have gotten popular outside of Korea. So, because they're cheap. So as a result, you can't even get them in. You can't get Korean ones in Korea anymore because they're all going overseas.
It's crazy. It's crazy the value difference between Japanese and English, and then Korea. I mean, you can get a booster box for like $20-$30 over here, and an English box is like $120.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
Man, there's just no import-export business here.
Yeah.
I know, George, you probably heard of this, and maybe you guys have it as well. Apparently, the Korean cards have cheaper stock.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I know that the holograms and foils are a bit different and stuff. Like,
Hey, Bo, congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Elements
1,000. Holy cow.
Exactly. Me and Dan need to fire up that Sunday morning show again.
I missed that. I miss Herman. I miss Herman on Monday night. I miss you guys doing your Saturday night show.
Yeah, we gotta fire that back up eventually. Who knows when?
Actually, I went to Hobby Drive. I really enjoyed that.
Well, here's the thing. As it starts to get colder, which it's doing now, it's hoodie and shorts weather. As it starts to get colder, I do consume more hobby stuff, and I'm inside my house just hanging out more than what I have been. Because when it's, nice and warm, I mean, I'm outgoing. Like, I'm usually I'm going different places and stuff. So, but yeah, so, Dan was in the class, had the students yelling and stuff.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I was just laughing. Like, my students are all like off on a field trip to Everland right now. They're all at the amusement park, so they're having a good time.
So you didn't get to go to the field trip?
I mean,
or you chose not to?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. It's like I could go if I asked and said, "Oh, I want to go too." But this was like a 2-day overnight trip, and I'm not interested in overnight. I will go on day trips if it's just like a go and come back. I do go on day trips, but the overnights I don't really care for, just because you end up like stuck in a room with like 8 other people, and that's just not my style. That's not my style. No. That's not my style. So especially once the alcohol comes out and stuff like that. So because.
Well, Bo has mentioned, like, when we have the Chicago National, he likes spending overnights with like 8 other people in a house, right, Bo? You like doing that?
Absolutely not. No.
No. The only overnight he likes is with his wife.
Yeah. I just do my own thing, and that's about the only Cubs convention, and the National is about the only time I even have a roommate when I go somewhere. Because I like to do my own thing. What like Cubs or spring training, people, let's get an Airbnb and all these. I'm like, no, I'm going to get a hotel room, and I'm going to get it by myself, and I'm just going to do my thing, and I'm going to go to the hotel room, and I'm just going to be by myself because I'm going to hang out with people all day, and then I just need space. Just give me my space, and we'll meet up again tomorrow, and we'll do it all again, and then I'm going to go have my own me time.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like I will, like if I'm traveling with a friend, I will share like a room occasionally, like, get a twin room, it has 2 beds, and
for sure.
I do that occasionally. It's like, but most of the time just give me a room by myself.
No, I want a room by myself. If anyone wants to sleep with me, I'm like, dude, TV's on when I'm going to bed. It's not going to be off. So if that's something that you don't like, then we're in separate rooms there. Like,
So that's the thing. It's like everybody has their own habit. Like now, if people come to my house, like Dan, he came and stayed at my house before. I don't mind. I mean, we got our separate rooms and stuff. Right. So like it's fine. And the thing is, like, if somebody, like, I have people stay over at my place, I'm like, if you want to get up and watch TV, like, get up and go watch TV, whatever. You're not going to bother me because I'm in my own room over there. So, but outside of that, it's like, but being physically in the same room with multiple people, I generally don't do. Occasionally. That's the way it is. So.
I'm gonna pop off. Congratulations again, Bo. Nice chatting.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping on.
All right, later, everyone.
Later, Paul.
Take it easy, man. So, Dan, what's going on? Are you between classes?
Yes, I am. It's 10:30 here in the morning. I had my first 2 periods. I had classes. Now I don't have class until lunchtime, so I'm free for the next hour or so.
Oh, nice.
Right. What are you having for lunch today?
I don't know. I forgot. Some student said something. I don't remember what it was.
I'm having chicken soup.
I might not like it.
Yeah. I'm having chicken soup at my house because there's no students, so there is no lunch. So I got to go home and eat. So,
I have a question for everyone.
What, you get to go home?
Yeah. Because, like, legitimately in the school, there is the secretary that brought me these books that just arrived today, and the administrator and the vice principal. That's it. There's nobody else in the school other than me. And then, like, everybody else is off on the trips, or they took off. Like some teachers that didn't have to go on the trip took off. But
where are you right
here?
Now? Are you? I'm
in my office. Yeah, I'm in my office at school. Yeah.
Okay.
He's working on proverbs and.
Yeah, exactly. Now I've been cutting out like game cards this morning, so doing the cut, and then been typing like word lists and stuff like that. So,
which Dan hasn't done a proverb or a fortune yet.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Like, you want to see what's in my cabinet? I got here's some prizes. Here's some more prizes. These are Hello Kitty erasers. Here's some stickers and the Crocs, little Crocs charm things. Yeah. Here's some Pokemon. We were talking Pokemon. Here's some Pokemon keychains right here. Pokemon keychains.
Yeah.
Oh, candy. Yeah. So there's some Chupa Chups.
Chupa Chups are Korean suckers.
Yeah, that are like impossible to unwrap. Here's some gummy bears. Here's some Tootsie Pops. There we go, Tootsie Pops.
Oh, nice.
Those are awesome.
I bought a crap ton of candy when I was in Chicago and brought it back with me.
Then here's some
What did
more.
you buy?
Gummies.
What kind of candy did you buy in Chicago?
So last night, what happened? Oh, he run away.
Blow pop. Nice.
Oh, there's the bell. Yeah, but
that's the school bell.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the school bell. Yeah.
I have more.
Oh, that is interesting.
What's funny is like sometimes like if a oh, by the way, I teach in an all girls middle school. They're 14, 15, 16. So if one of them wins a ring pop, I'll pretend to like propose to them and give them the ring and put it on their finger.
Yeah, like so
they all cry and they scream. Yeah, it's funny.
So I was talking about like I'm having a market day next week. That's the reason why that closet is stocked with all of that stuff, because next week is market day. So they'll come and like buy stuff from my little English market. So, random candies and whatnots and all of that. So,
Dan, did you get your cookies when you were back?
I did. I didn't bring them back with me, but I did buy some Matt's. Did I bring them back with me?
Matt's cookies.
No, I don't remember, but I did buy some Matt's cookies. Matt's cookies are only in the Chicagoland area. Maybe I don't know if Wisconsin has them, but I buy them.
We get them here because I sent you some.
Oh yeah. You did.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I wanted to mention some actual baseball card stuff. I don't know if you guys are
This is a baseball card show.
Yeah. Are any of you guys player collectors?
What collectors?
Player collectors.
Oh.
I'm kind of a player collector.
I don't collect anything anymore.
I mean, I'm
just a seller now.
I'm kind of am because like I collect like the big players from the 50s and 60s, but I don't focus on like just one guy.
Okay.
Like,
well, yeah, I guess this is more of a modern thing because I collect Mark Burley, the former White Sox pitcher. And he's been in a lot of products since he retired, and he has a lot of rainbows, and he's part of the platinum where there's like 31 parallels. Anyhow, he's in some products where he has lots of rainbow autographs, like numbered to 5, 10, 1, 99, 150, etc. And I think I've decided to just try and get the lowest number parallel and not collect the rest of them. Try and save some money because you can't buy everything. And I don't make a lot of money, so I'm just trying to be smart about it and just maybe try and find the lowest parallel number and then move on to the next one.
Yeah, like Dan said, that's the reason why I still collect and I still buy stuff occasionally, but I don't buy anywhere near what I used to buy. Like I just had to just stop because the exchange rate these days and stuff is absolute killer, and it's been that way for since COVID, basically. So it's
75. 75 cents to the dollar right now. We got for the cream line.
Wow. And it's been that way for like 2-3 years now, just about. In that range. I mean.
When I came here like 10 years ago, I think it was about even, but now it's 75 cents.
Yeah, so it's tough to keep spending that money on cards. But I do. I just don't do it as frequently. What I do these days is like when I want to buy something, I'll go on ComC and I'll buy a card or two and I'll leave it. And then a little bit later, I'll buy a card or two. Then once I get, say, 40 or 50 cards, I'll get them shipped over to me. Like I kind of do that stuff. Is kind of how I do things now. I'll spend $10 or $15 on a few cards, and then I might not buy anything for, say, 3 months. And then I'll spend $10 or $15 more dollars. So, but
Bo, I can't wait till you're done with your house. I really can't wait.
I
know.
All those interruptions.
Dude, it's killing me. The garage is finished. I can't park in there until Tuesday of next week. But I think every time I say I think we're done, it's like, oh, we've got this person coming to do this. And it's like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't Your construction workers just must suck up there. I used to do construction. Once that house was built or remodeled, never went back.
Well, this is just project after project, and so
I did all the projects.
I didn't share this. So the other day when I got interrupted, so I didn't share this. I got interrupted, and I left the live stream. Mm-hmm. And so we got like this surface in our garage, like this mm-hmm. surface on the floor, and
textured floors.
Textured floor, yeah. So the guy that was doing the prep work last week said, "Do you want to do the steps down to the basement?" And it's like, well, how much do you think? And he's like, well, I don't have a quote, but it's going to be about X amount. And so we're like, okay, well, yeah, let's just do it. Might as well. And so the guy rang the doorbell. Like, I opened everything up, and then he mm-hmm. still rang the doorbell and said, oh, hey, I just, we didn't give you an exact quote for the steps. I don't want to get started until you approve the quote. And I'm like, well, what's the quote? And he's like, well, you'll have to call John. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, can you just start now? He's like, no, I can't start anything until that quote is approved. And I'm like, really? And this is like 7:30 on a Monday morning. So I go wake my wife up, and I said, hey, they won't start until we approve the quote for the steps. And I'm like, you got to call John. And she's like, who's John? And I'm like, I don't know, the guy that we have to call. She's like, well, I don't know who John is, and I don't have his phone number. And I'm like, okay. So she's like, just tell him we don't want to do the steps. Like, okay. So I go back out. I think this was after, God, I don't even know. But anyway, I went back out and I said, we never got the quote from John, and we don't have John's phone number, so just don't do the steps. Mm-hmm. Well, you really wanted the steps. And I'm like, actually, we didn't. It wasn't a part of the original quote. Like, we didn't want the steps. It was, and he was supposed to send us a quote. We never got the quote. Now we don't want to do all the legwork to go get the quote. Mm-hmm. Well, you seem agitated.
No, you did say that. You did say that.
Really? Okay. Did I? Yeah, I was agitated. I was agitated, and then when he said, "You seem agitated," it made me more agitated. Like, yeah.
Why do you think I'm agitated, right?
Yeah, this is why I'm agitated. And then, so after that, I'm like, just, and I'm like, no, I'm not agitated. We just don't want it. Like, it just wasn't part of it. We just don't want it. Just start. We'll just do the floor. I came back downstairs. It wasn't 15 minutes later. The fucking doorbell rings again. And I must have said, oh my God, loud enough that my wife heard it, and she answered the door. And I don't know what he said at that point, but it's like, is this guy gonna ring the doorbell every 30 minutes for something? And I was beyond agitated at that point. Beyond agitated. So I guess I did share that, but yeah. So
you had mentioned the original contractor you had. You guys got rid of him?
Yeah, well, he kind of got rid of us.
Needy customers.
Right.
Too many special requests.
Our initial, because it was a bit like it was an existing home, but it was basically a rebuild. I mean, it was even difficult for the city to grant permits, especially here in the city of Madison, based on how they handle things. So our initial contractor was like, he's like, I can't meet your deadlines, which none of them could. So yeah, he's like, I'm not going to deal with the stress that this is going to involve. So thank God the guy that did do our project was able to hang on through the process. Cause I mean, yeah, the garage was like kind of an afterthought. Like, it wasn't part of the home, but I mean, part of the process, the projects, were just finished up within the last couple of weeks, and we're in October now. And initially the deadline was like mid-June to late June. Because they're like, oh yeah, we can get this done by mid-May, end of May. And I'm like, I don't think so. I don't even work in construction, and I know that's a pipe dream. So, yeah.
I mean, well, they had to pull like dead like rats and raccoons out of your walls.
Yeah. There was a raccoon in our attic, and there's mice like
stinking up the place.
Yeah, the previous owners just let the house go to hell, and it was like, I mean, it literally had to be gutted to be livable again. I mean, essentially. Yeah. I mean, it has good bones, but yeah, they really let it go. Which
did they get a good deal on it at least?
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
But it does take a lot of work because that used to be mostly what I did. We did the occasional new construction, but a lot of times we did like remodels, because remodels are more difficult than new construction, just because like you got to work with what's already there. But also like with a remodel, it is nice because you can generally do it year round, because you can usually be inside something rather than outside. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's generally always something you could do inside on a rainy day or a cold, snowy day or whatever. There was something. Maybe you're in the basement, maybe you're under the house or whatever, but there are things you could do. Whereas like new construction ground up, a lot of times you couldn't do anything because there was no roof, there were no walls. I mean, depending on what level or what stage you're at in the process. So, but
well, it's been 1,000 shows, Bo, and I did click the link to see your first show last night. So it's been 1,000 shows. What is the biggest takeaway you get from going from 1 to 1,000? I was going to ask you like, what's the biggest change, but what can you say as far as going from 1 to 1,000? Can you believe how much you've learned and how much you've done since then?
I can't
imagine you having a car. You didn't have your car show when you did, right? You didn't have your car show when you started this, right? So you have a car show. You've been to Dallas or wherever you went, and
I'm doing this full time.
Since the first show.
Yeah. So, like from like the baseball card standpoint, I mean, I do the Madison Card Show has started from episode 1 to now. Going in full time, obviously started in the middle. Let's see. From the community that we've full-time job. I mean, I love it. Just we've got over 300 people in the hobby evolution. That there's like a lot of community conversation, debate going on in the Facebook group, along with the daily chat. Like I never would have thought any of this. Back on episode 1. Like episode 1, it was going to be just me talking for 15 minutes. I was going to talk about my Cubs collection, pickups, and just whatever was on my mind. Like, I don't even know if like what I had for dinner and what my favorite cereal was. I never thought that would become main topics, or my neighbor's robot lawnmower, anything like that. When I started, I didn't even have like thumbnails. I didn't have catchy. It was basically Hobby Evolution episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. The funny thing is, the person that like turned me on to doing those is my friend Scott, who is like afraid of social media, and he's not anymore, but he like hates putting himself out there, and he's like, how in the hell do you get on camera every day and just talk? And it's like, I do have a radio background, so that's what I do. It's just they're now, instead of in radio where there's a wall in front of me, now there's a camera and people can see my face. It's no different, just with that exception. And he's kind of a private guy. And so he was always like, I don't want to put myself out there. I'm afraid. And he always wants to like script everything out. And if I fuck up, I don't care. Like if I make a mistake, laugh at me. I don't give a shit. So he's the one that taught me about thumbnails and like, well, you've got to create catchy titles. And once I did that, like my viewership and like the viewing hours, like all of a sudden scaled up. Obviously with Chasing Cardboard, that put me, you know, I got a lot more subscribers when, you know, I did those videos with Ty on Chasing Cardboard and Bench Clear. And, you know, kind of put me to where I'm at 3,300 subscribers. So much has happened in 1,000 episodes. It's been pretty crazy.
So Collex, right? COLLX.
Collex, yeah. And Fujitsu / Rico.
Card Dealer Pro.
Collex. Card Dealer Pro, yep.
So you just taught us how to scale up our YouTube. And like,
but I never did it.
In 5 minutes, you taught us how to scale up our YouTube.
Yeah.
But in 1,000 episodes, you still haven't taught us how to scale up our eBay store.
No.
I mean, what the hell is that?
YouTube doesn't want me to. YouTube just doesn't want me to do it.
Hey, at least I know what cereal to eat now.
Exactly.
Right.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is great.
Love it. It's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Hey, before watching Bo, I was just listing cards for my phone, and now I have a V600 flatbed scanner and Card Dealer Pro, and I'm 78 cards away from 4,000 listings in my eBay store. So it's all credit to Bo, and I want to do this full time next year. So you really helped me a lot. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how many of you are in Wisconsin?
I'm in Indiana.
I'm in Iowa, so I'm
close.
We got Midwest and Korea, right?
Yeah,
Midwest and Korea.
Wisconsin, Iowa, Indiana, and Korea.
Yeah. Like,
and I would be Midwest if I were back home.
Yeah.
No, but I will say Bo's show does make it easier to get up in the morning and get your morning started to list cards and stuff. It's definitely 100%. A good thing to get up to and look forward to every morning. It's pretty awesome.
A lot of times
makes you more efficient.
A lot of time I wake up in the morning and I'm still like one person in Bo's live stream after the stream has ended. I have it on my tablet beside the bed because it's late at night. I'm about to go to sleep, you know? So I'm sitting there and like, I'll just fall asleep like 30 minutes in, like when he gets started on some random topic, you know, it might be Casey's Pizza or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's a good time to go to sleep. I just fall asleep. I wake up the next morning and touch the screen on my tablet and it's like stream has ended. And you look at the little thing down there and it's like one person and it's me that's still in the thing, you know, in the chat, one person in the chat and it's me, like 12 hours later when I wake up. So, you know.
Love it. Well, let's wrap it up because we got to do it in another 10 hours.
Yeah.
Shane, what were you going to say?
Oh, I think someone on the Facebook group said something about what's your biggest like blunder you've had buying and selling cards or something like that. I think that was on this group.
Oh man, I wish. I think Dave is still listening. He was in here. So my biggest blunder was I was at this small auction house out in where Dave teaches in Bushnell, Illinois. And they had this card auction. I think my wife was with me. We were just dating at the time.
When was this?
What's that?
When was this?
So this would have been probably 2015, probably the summer of 2015. So 8 years ago. So we're in this, I know it was summer because it was hot. My wife like, oh, why are we in a barn at a baseball card auction? And my buddy Kyle was there, who's in Minnesota now. And I got in a bidding war over this binder of Topps Archives football. And
of all things.
Yeah, right. Of all things. And I get in this bidding war and I had like a price, and I think my price was like $50. And Dave's still here, he says. Okay, so he probably, this is it. I don't even think it was, I don't think Kelso took over the auctioneer. I think it was still Bricker. 2015, whenever that was. But anyway, so I get in this bidding war for this binder of Topps Archives football cards. And I think I ended up paying like $120. It was for the set, which was probably a $50. Like retail, it probably would have sold for $75. And I think I paid like $120 for it just because I had to win the auction. And that's why I don't like auctions like in person, because you all of a sudden you get emotionally attached in this bidding war, and you just have to win, and price goes out the window. And it's like, well, I bought this for cheap, I can put a little more, and all of a sudden your high bid, your max, keeps going up. It's like, okay, I'm going to pay 50. And then all of a sudden 50 comes and goes, well, I'll just put another 5, like 55, 60, 65. And then all of a sudden you get this back and forth. And that's what happened. So I think that was my biggest blunder. It wasn't like, I mean, it's not like I spent $10,000 and, lost my shirt. But it was still a stupid, like, what the hell are you, I think Dave probably even said, like, what the hell are you doing? Why'd you pay $120 for this? That's just one that comes to mind. I'm sure there's a lot. There's probably more that were bigger blunders. Like I've certainly taken bigger losses, like buying wax is certainly a bigger loss. But from what that I can that kind of sticks in my head is that auction and that Topps Archives football that I overpaid for.
I was going to ask you about the I saw Brent and Becca post something last night about how Topps update now has 20 packs, not 24. Did you talk about that?
Yeah, we briefly touched on it this morning. And I think I kind of talked about it. It's like Topps is making a lot of mistakes. And what I talked about this morning was people, these super fractors, that's a marketing ploy. And the leaving out the super short prints was a marketing ploy last year. It's like, no, they're just fucking up. They're just making mistakes. These aren't marketing ploys. And especially this, I'm sure it was the number of packs wasn't passed along to whoever, like the graphic designer probably had last year's data, and whoever told them like, oh yeah, just use last year's numbers and we're good to go. And then it just got lost in translation. I'm sure it was just a miscommunication. That's just my thought process on how that worked out. But it really sucks because like putting an extra superfractor is not like, to me, that's not a big deal. Like that's good. That's good for the hobby, especially when Topps is saying, hey, we'll buy it back for $75,000. Like who loses in that situation? Topps. The collectors aren't losing in that situation. So I don't know why people are upset about that. But this, I understand why collectors would be upset about, because you've pre-ordered these boxes expecting to get X amount. And yeah, I'm the guy that fortunately I didn't pre-order, but I calculate how much do I spend per card in hobby boxes. Like, okay, I'm going to spend 22 cents per card. Well, there's like 100 less cards in a hobby box now than what was advertised. That's a big deal, especially when you scale it out to how many boxes they sold. So I don't think Topps has come out and said anything about this, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do and what they say and how they fix it, because that's something that they definitely need to fix. And it's going to cost them a lot more than $100,000 on bounties that they're going to do for the superfractors. So yeah, it's certainly something I'm interested to follow and see what they do.
I love the Baseball Card Illustrators question for you, Bo. Bo, is it true you proposed to your wife while picking up a Goodwill pallet?
That is not true.
That was not a Goodwill pallet.
That was long before you got in the pallets.
Yeah, it was long before. Hey, there's a ring. You just got to dig through all these baseball cards to find it.
He said, "Hey, baby, come on over. I'm going to cook you a nice dinner of stovetop stuffing tonight."
Stovetop stuffing, yeah.
And that's what he did.
And your hot pockets. Yeah.
Carrie said, kind of going along with Topps, they canceled pre-orders for Stadium Club this afternoon, citing a quality issue. Yeah. So they initially, I think they delayed
to next year.
Stadium Club to next year, but I did see that they canceled all the pre-orders for this. So I don't know if it was, I'm assuming, my guess on the Stadium Club is there's probably a backlog of printing. It's probably a printing issue. Or it could have been when Carrie says quality issue, maybe they found out that stuff got left out or more stuff got put in, like last year's super short prints. Maybe something in Stadium Club got left out. Maybe they put 2 1-of-1s in the boxes. So that very well could be, and they just kind of nipped it in the bud, saying, we're not going to deal with this again. We're already dealing with Topps Update and Bowman Chrome and last year's Topps Update, so we're just going to push this out to next year. So yeah, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on with Topps?
Like the funny thing is, like, to be quite honest, if I worked for Topps right now or Fanatics and was like on the top side of things or whatever, I'd be afraid for my job because like they aren't doing a good job of it at this point. And the thing is, they literally own the printers. They now own the company that prints the cards. Before it used to not be, right?
They were separate entities. Yeah,
but now like they bought the company.
Yeah, they bought DC Packaging, which is it was a third party.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, some people might need to be hunting some jobs soon if I were them. So, or I mean, I believe in giving people a chance. Just start fixing it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because I mean, I know people buy Panini. People love Panini. The only reason why I bought 2 boxes of football Panini Mosaic the other day was because if I pull something, people will buy it. But like, Panini quality control is absolute horrid. And I do not want to see Topps doing the same thing after taking over everything. I really hope that they can kind of get some QC under control and produce quality products instead of mass products. Like, we don't need 70 sets. I would rather have 30 sets with good quality cards instead of 70 different things to try to buy and sell.
Yeah, it's
but I feel like after the COVID boom, they think that they can just shove products down our throats and we're going to buy it regardless, because I mean, people do.
I wonder
with that. I mean, in my opinion, more products, the more quality control goes down if you don't have enough employees to really control all the products you're actually producing.
I sometimes wonder how much of an impact all of this on-demand stuff has on their actual, like, being able to, like, do things and do them well. Because when they're doing all this on-demand stuff all the time and all these, like, I would have to think that some of that does play a part in their crappy, doing of things at times, because maybe they're focusing on that rather than what they should be. I don't know.
Do they still make the Montgomery thing?
I think they still do the Montgomery Club. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure exactly.
I think they do, and I think it comes up for renewal in November.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if they do it again.
I also saw that they're no longer. They cut off printing the customs now, so they no longer print the customs. The Topps.
Yeah,
you used to be able to go like get the customs made. They don't do that. They stopped doing that.
Do they still do the heritage ones? What the things both? It's the set where you bought like 10 of the Baez cards. Was that Topps Heritage?
Topps Living. They do that. Still around? Throwback Thursday. Yeah, they still do those. Yeah.
So I would have liked to have gotten some of the Bob Ross cards. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, I would have loved to gotten a Bob Ross card. That would have been so sweet. But I mean, I'm so out of social media and stuff sometimes, and like, I didn't even know that they existed until the day that they were being sold.
Yeah, well,
and by that time it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, something like that. You have less than 10 minutes to buy it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't even have, like, on my phone, I no longer even have social media on my phone. So like my Twitter, like my Instagram, all of that is either computer or tablet only. And a lot of times the tablet's in the other room, and a lot of times I'm not going to go to my computer. So I don't actually look at Twitter much. I don't look at Instagram much anymore. And I did that because like I got to getting the reports on my phone of how much time I was spending on, like different applications. And I was like, wow. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that whole thing anymore. So I deleted everything. Oh yeah, I mean, I agree with Philly. I do love the on-demand stuff, but I wonder how big of a part that plays into maybe designers or whatever screwing stuff up, or people in charge of sending stuff to the printers. I wonder, because if you're sitting there like, whoa, I got to make an on-demand of baseball. I got to make an on-demand of football. I got to make an on-demand of basketball. I got to make an on-demand of whatever. And you're doing all that, and you're doing it every day. And I know that they got multiple people doing it. How easy could it be to like let some things slip through the cracks on actual big releases because you're so consumed with on-demand all the time? That was my
absolutely
stretched thin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they have too much they're printing. I don't know.
I think that's more the issue is the amount that they have to push out.
See, that's my issue is they come up with too many products. Like if they just limit the products that they release, like, I mean, obviously after the COVID thing, during the COVID hype or whatever, they're probably like, well, let's produce a whole bunch of cards. Let's make some random new sets that everyone's going to buy. And they keep continuing with them. It's like, I just feel like they have too many sets to kind of QC for maybe the employees that they have. I don't know. It just seems like both Topps and Panini are failing at quality control on their products lately. And it sucks, but what are we supposed to do?
Right. Michael Rubin doesn't seem like the type that he likes losing money. So I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't okay like a mass screw up, like two superfractors in the same product. So I would feel like it's just a mistake and that the people that are responsible are probably in trouble right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, by the way, I figured out what my problem was. I keep hitting my camera connection, like the cable with my foot, because it's under the desk, so it disconnects me.
I think your beard's in the way.
Yeah. These
what
luscious locks.
What made you grow that out?
Like, seriously? I just, like, when I got COVID, I just decided I didn't want to shave anymore. All I wanted to do is eat and sleep, so that's what I did, and I grew a beard.
You see, if I didn't shave since COVID, it'd still be this.
and then actually, it's so funny enough. At one point, I was like, I'll trim it down or something. But then, like, some of my friends were like, "Oh, for Christmas, you should dress as Santa Claus," and I was like, "Yeah, I could do that." So then I just let it keep going. I was like, "Yeah, whatever. Santa's around the corner." Now, I did make the executive decision that probably next year, I mean, I do plan to keep it, but probably next year, what I'm going to do is probably like late spring, I will shave it down and then let it regrow over like keep it trimmed up a little bit over the summer and then like let it regrow in the fall because it was hot as shit in the summertime. I'm not going to lie. In the wintertime, it'll be nice, but in the summer,
perfect right now.
Terrible. What's that?
It's perfect right now.
Oh yeah, it's great right now, but in the summertime it was terrible.
Oh, I know.
It was way too much in the summertime. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Oh man, I gotta go to the porta potty.
Bo, I don't know if you know exactly what's in your massive collection. I don't know if you have that.
I do, yeah. Dick Gerner, yeah.
You got those? Okay. So I inherited, I guess, a collection of vintage cards.
Oh, sweet.
From my mom's brother.
Cigar box is nice.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of...
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you have any White Sox?
I don't know.
Shane, do you have any White Sox?
Yes. As I was looking through for Cubs, I do have plenty of White Sox in here. It's one thing that I could part away with some cards, but it's like one of those things I don't really collect. But if it's something that I have already, I will hold on to and not get rid of. But I am willing to, part away with some cards. Like I mean, I got
Maris.
That in there, a Frank Robinson. I'm like,
oh, nice, wow.
I don't know, some cool stuff.
Those look like they're in pretty good shape.
Too. Yeah, the condition looks nice.
Yeah, most of them are actually pretty.
Yeah, some nice Hall of Famers there.
It's just unfortunately I had a cousin that had some mental issues, and when I was a kid and I was looking through these at my grandma's house, there was like some Mickey Mantles and other things in there. But then when they ended up passing away and I did get that box, they were all missing.
Right.
So that is a little unfortunate, but it's whatever, I guess. But yeah, they're just cool to kind of have and hold on to, I guess. I mean, that's literally like my sports collection. Like that's literally my entire collection of sports cards is just that cigar box. Like that's how far my collection goes, I guess.
Do you collect anything like non-sport?
I don't collect anything anymore.
So you aren't
No. When I was a kid, I was heavy in the collecting sports cards and like Pokemon cards. And like when I was bringing up that Blunder thing from that Facebook post earlier, like I bought a box of first edition Pokemon cards. I don't know if you guys can see that. This was like 2007, something like that. Bought a box of first edition Jungle booster box for like $120. Opened it just because I was bored and wanted to have some fun, and it's worth like $10K sealed now.
Wow.
Oof. Yes.
Right.
It's pretty gross.
I know George and I were collecting Pokemon art. No, I don't want to say art cards, but the full art, the main cards to get, like the two cards to get in the boxes. I have a bunch of those, and I'd be willing to sell those off. I just they're just sitting in a box on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, I said.
Yeah, Sun and Moon and whatever were around those sets.
Are they English?
No,
Korean.
Yeah, I'm more prone to get rid of my vintage baseball cards than I am my first edition Pokemon cards. And the only reason why is because that wasn't like my childhood. These, baseball vintage cards, like the Pokemon cards, like when I was a kid and they first came out, like that was like in my prime childhood time. Like that was like the coolest thing as a kid, growing up. Like holding on to those, I will never get rid of those. Those will always be with me forever, whether they're worth $1,000 now and $5 in 50 years or whatever. But they're just cool to kind of bust out and look through every once in a while.
Yeah, I got like I said, I gave most of my Pokemon to my friend's son, which wasn't a bad thing. Like it's just I found out. I mean, it was kind of cool. Like I went into my friend's cafe one day and his son was sitting there like looking at Pokemon cards in a binder he had. And I was like, you like Pokemon? He's like, yeah. I was like, I have something for you. So I went home and just grabbed my binder of Pokemon and I was like, take whatever you want.
Nice.
And so that's what he did. He's like, oh, I want this one. Can I have it? And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. And he's like, oh, this one's like really expensive. And I'm like, yeah, take it. I was like, whatever. I'm like, they're just in this binder. I don't, I'm like, you can have whatever you want. And that's what I did. I did keep a few. Like I do have a few that I kept that were some of like my favorites and stuff. But most of what I had, I ended up giving to him.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while, I'll buy a couple packs of Pokemon when I go to Walmart or Target or whatever. Just For the nostalgia of opening, I don't really care about the value or anything of it. I mean, if I pull something cool, I won't know because I literally just put it into like a piece of paper and I fold all of it up. And then the next restaurant I go to, I just kind of like leave it somewhere and write Pokemon cards for kids. Whoever finds it gets them.
Mm-hmm.
Buy one of these and hold on to it for a long time.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, if I would have known that when those first edition Jungle boxes were $120, I would have wiped eBay out.
Yeah.
I've been collecting since I've been 5, and I'm 22 now, so 17 years. And I've really enjoyed it. So, yeah.
I like collecting sealed stuff a lot now too. Not even like singles anymore. I mean, I like singles too.
Right.
But like, I feel like, stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't get how you can do that. When I buy like a box of something, I have like this huge urge / like anxiety of like, I have to open it before I even get home. I want to rip it in the parking lot.
Here's the key. I'm sitting in a bedroom that I never go in.
See, that doesn't work. Like my cards barely even make it home sealed. I can't do it.
Well, most of that stuff is from like half of what I bought. So I opened half and left half sealed. So I mean, I got my fix on that stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
But then it became I have 18 now. I want 19 and 20, and I just kept going.
Yep.
But all right, guys, I have to head to lunch.
Yeah, I've got to go to the Porta-John because I seriously have to go to the Porta-John because we don't have any. Well, no, like they're remodeling the men's restrooms. I work in a girls' school, and they're remodeling the men's restrooms. So I have to go to a porta potty across the soccer field. So,
all right.
And it's almost my bedtime. So
yeah.
You go drop the kids off at the pool. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Take it easy. For another 1,000.
All right. Yep. Thank you, Dan.
Take care, bud.
George.
Yep. See you.
All right. Max, thanks so much.
Congrats, buddy.
Bye.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hall of Fame card collector. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And Shane, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
All right. We'll catch you later. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Well, we'll do episode 1001 tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central. Wow. Oof. Look at that. Paul Carl, $8 in 2008. PSA 10, 500,000. Ouch. So, all right. If you're still with us, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll do it again tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central. See you then.